Well, a lot's happened in the last 24 hours. If you watched my video from yesterday, you'll know that this piece of shit, Alfa Romeo, went into limp mode while I was doing a video. So update on that is, managed to get an engine code, which was a boost pressure sensor. Changed the boost pressure sensor, which is why I'm shit high. And it's made absolutely no difference. And I've got no codes, and I've got no way of knowing what the problem is without, I'm going to have to take it somewhere now and pay money for it instead. The joys of owning an Alfa Romeo. This has got to be the worst one I've ever owned, by far. Just bad luck, I think. But, hey-ho. Secondly, as you can tell, I have a cold, a stroke, man flu, stroke. And I put on my Facebook page this morning, I have a cold, it may turn into man flu, I may die. And lots of people said, oh, you need a jab for that. Never going to happen. Oh, you want whiskey, brandy, port brandy, you want this, that, the other. You know, if only you'd had your flu jabs, you'd have been all right, blah, blah, blah. Are you sure it's not COVID? Well, you can't have something that doesn't exist. Nevertheless, and then I got a comment that said, you'll get nothing from me, he. And it was from me mate who's got terminal cancer. And I thought, right, buck up a bit there, Tone. Your life's not too bad, is it? So I got reading about digital ID and how it's not been very well received in anywhere in the country. And apparently, according to the press, Labour have done such a bad job of it that it could be dead on its feet before they start. Pausing a minute. Oh, he's such a trooper. He's soldiering on regardless of his runny nose. What a man he is. Well, what can I do? It's the least I can do when Cornwall are leading the way in the fight against digital ID across the globe. I mean, genuinely, do I think it'll make a difference? No. But if it pisses one person off, just a tiny, tiny bit, it's worth it. Absolutely, it's worth it. So, hopefully, next Tuesday, I'll be able to go to Truro, do what I got to do, go to the meeting, come home, get changed, back on the train, down to Truro, or just go straight from County Hall to the pub, and then go and watch West Ham. That could be plan B. But nevertheless, the fight back against digital ID is starting with the people that fight most ferociously. We're like Braveheart down here without the face paints and the funny accents. We aren't afraid to stand up. And I shall be there with Brother James. Oh, yes. I'm so excited about it. And, but if the vote goes the wrong way, I mean, Jesus, this could be like Donald Trump on January the 7th. I might have to do a YouTube video and get the BBC to edit for me so that it makes it look like I've incited a riot when I haven't. Though I probably will be, so it won't need much editing. They could just play it. They'll save time. But no rioting until after the football, because I want to have a nice night out, if that's all right with you. You know, selfish and all that. However, I mean, that's provided I'm well enough to go, of course. What with my current health issues. Right, luckily, you can't smell anything. Neither can I, which is just as well, because I just coughed and farted. God, that's old age for you, isn't it? So there you have it. The fight back against digital ID starts right here in Cornwall, in County Hall next Tuesday. There's going to be a motion to vote against digital ID ever being a thing in the UK, and we're going to lead the way on it. And you lot just need to follow. So get on to your local councillors and ask them why they aren't tabling a motion against digital ID, because it goes against all the things. And they actually say, well, it's got nothing to do with immigration anymore, has it? That's in the motion. So let's get it done. Concerted effort. Get on to your local councillor. You may have to Google who he is because you probably don't know. Oh, mine's Jordan Rouse. Jordan, I know you watch these videos. I know which way you're going to vote. Well, surely you're not voting any other way, are you? We've had a beer. It's okay. He's all right. He married one of my ex-journalist colleagues when I used to write a column, and she was the main journalist. Lovely girl. No, another story, another day. So there you have it. Digital ID, Fight Back, starts in Cornwall with me, provided I don't die before Tuesday. Future my arse. Because nobody needs to see you blow your nose on YouTube, do they? So, apparently it's dead in the water. I don't believe that. The powers that be, those puppeteers, currently manoeuvring Two Tier and Raquel around Parliament, are not going to stop just because people don't want it. That's not how the world works anymore. But in what I can only describe as one of my proudest moments of being a Cornishman, the Cornish are leading the way. Yes, because yesterday, Cornwall Councillor and my very good friend, Mr. James Musto, one of the best councillors in Cornwall, by the way, one of the hardest working, and actually does what he's meant to do, which is sort out his constituents and sorts out housing and sorts out flooding and sorts out roads, loves pointing at a pothole. One of the best councillors in Cornwall by far. And he posted on his Facebook page that there will be a motion tabled on Tuesday in Cornwall Council to vote on Cornwall Council coming out collectively and saying no to digital ID. They don't want it. We don't want it. Cornwall are going to stand up proud and say no digital ID on our watch. And it conjures up images of Bishop Trelawney marching to London with 20,000 Cornishmen. Look up your history if you don't know. There's a song about it. And I just thought, yes, I am proud. I am some proud of them for doing that. And I will be right there alongside them. So I said, right, when is it? Is it Tuesday? Is it a public meeting? Yes, it is. Right, I will be there. However, then I checked the calendar. Slight fixture clash. A, I might have to be in County Hall anyway for something else. B, West Ham are playing Truro under-21s. Oh no, West Ham under-21s are playing Truro at Truro next Tuesday. And naturally, the Cornish Hammers have planned a huge day out. We're going to go and take over Truro. Now, depending on what time this council meeting is, will depend on whether I can go or not. Because as much as I want to be there, yeah, everyone else is going to be in the pub. And you don't want to miss that because it's all the build-up. Though, quite frankly, I think 8 hours of drinking is probably too much build-up anyway. But nevertheless, it's day out, isn't it? So what do? You've got to go. But the reason that I want to go to the meeting is so I think it'll be an open vote. So we'll be able to see precisely which councillors vote for digital ID and which ones don't. And then I can make a list. And I can have a list, like Father Christmas. I'll be making a list. I'll be checking it twice. And I'll be finding out who's naughty or nice. EV Carnage is coming to town. Oh, I just wrote that's good, that, isn't it? Because you've got to be responsible for your actions. And I guarantee all the Labour ones will vote in favour. Luckily, there aren't many of them in Cornwall Council. So it'll be interesting to see how the Liberals, of which there are loads, and Independents, of which there are loads, who are largely ex-Liberals, apart from one who's an ex-Tory, who's Pauline, who I talked about the other day, who made the mistake of calling people in boats old white women. Obviously, it was the reverse of that. But nevertheless, she's no longer a Tory councillor, which is a good thing in my world. Pause it again.